Alright, we're going to start today at shot an Airshow today. Just want to show you guys that the old D300 is still very capable, compatible camera for this day and age in 2017. I had the D300 out today, and we took the Nikon 70-300 VR with it. Of course, shut the VR off. I didn't need it for the higher shutter speeds. And I didn't have much room. Actually, where I got set up, I didn't have much room. I had maybe 10 or 15 feet to go left or right, which is fine. You don't get a lot of space a lot of times, so you make do with what you have. But here is Northeast Airshow, Pennsylvania, 2017. Anyway, that's their website. So we took out the VR 70-300, pretty sharp lens, and the old Nikon D300. Now on 80-2. Wouldn't have been long enough. A 300 f4 would have been too long for certain certain times. Would be too long with the Airshow. Those things are going fast, left, right, forward, backwards. So, something like a 70-300 definitely is a help. So, here's what we got here. This is a decent little gallery of images here. I had no problems with it. I set the AFC continuous. I don't use a 3D tracking. I just use spot, and then I use the 9 points around it, around the focal area. There's the old MiG. And as you see, these images came out pretty good. I got them going left to right, right to left. They were upside down. This here, I got the fire coming out here. I wanted to catch, this is the end of the runway here. That's how low he was. I left that in there to show, how low he was to the ground. You can see the vapor trails here coming off the jets. Vapor trails here coming off the jet. And nice vapor trails again here. So don't, guys, I didn't go upside down, the jet did. Don't go passing up this old technology, because these images were the same images back then that you get today. You have better cameras, better gear, stuff like that, but these are plenty capable in 2017. The Nikon D300s and D90s and D80s, plenty capable of getting an image. I slowed the shutter speed down a little bit here. I should have gone a little slower to get more prop blur, but got what I got there. That was too fast shutter speed. I just got done shooting a jet, and this guy just popped up to take guys up to parachute out, and I forgot to adjust the shutter speed, as you can see here. But just showing you, these images are clean, they're clear. They weren't super processed. A little bit of sharpening, a little bit of blue tint added, for the background, for the sky. That was about it. Shot raw. Had a real good time just shooting the images. But the D300 can definitely still produce. You get a D300 and a 70-200 under $900, and you got yourself a good starter kit. I think it's like $530 with tax most places for the 70-300 VR, and you can get a used D300, got under $300, $400 on KEH.com. Get yourself a good CF card, and just get out and practice. I don't like to shoot the D300 anything over ISO 800, so that's just me. You can get away with ISO 1600. If you wish to, but I wouldn't push it past 8. Again, these are pretty good images. So just because these cameras are older technology, they're still a good value. You get a good D300 somewhere, like I said, online from like $250 to $400, and they're built like tanks. They take a beat and they're built like tanks. You get a simple cable from them. You could tether it to Lightroom, and use it in the studio. A lot of people still use these in the studio. And the 70-300 is a very clean, sharp lens. It's f4.5 to 5.6, so you're not going to get your f2.8 out of it, but in good light, you know, in good light, as you see, there's nothing wrong with this lens. You know, it's a darn sharp lens. There's a couple of them you could see if I really zoomed in, you could actually see the guys, you know, the face plates on their helmet in there. But you know, you can't go wrong with these. So don't be afraid to get involved with older technology and get out there and practice. The Airshow wasn't in town for 17 years here locally. So this is my first Airshow, shooting an Airshow in a long time. And it tracked pretty well. These are not easy shots. You know, your airplane's moving a lot faster than your football, basketball, baseball guy. You know, those things, God, you could shoot an 80 to 200, even slow focus. And, you know what those guys are going to do, where they're going to be. The jets, these things just come off the runway and they're popping left, they're popping right, they're upside down, they're coming behind you. So, again, don't hesitate. D300, still a good camera, 70 to 200 for the price. Make sure you get the VR. For the price, you cannot beat this lens. Many other photographers have said it as well. And it's a good carry-around lens as well. It's not that heavy. It doesn't make your D300 look too big. So, again, that's all I pretty much got. The D300, again, in 2017, is still a good camera. It's still a workhorse. And I'd love to upgrade to D500. I'm probably saving my pennies to do so. But right now, I can do whatever I need to with the D300 for now. I can do portraits, I can do landscape, I can do, you know, stuff that we were doing back in the day and still get decent pictures for print, for the web, stuff like that. You know, you can easily print these on an 8x10. Easily 8x10. These pictures will come out beautiful. Hope this was informative. Take care.